Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. It's not 10 a.m., so that must mean that this is Good Evening KU. I'm Griffin. This is Patrick. Always happy to be with you. Let's start out today with the canned food drive.
Yeah, it's
because
right
that
out
went
there.
on today.
Yeah, it looks good. They've got all the cans out there and put them in their different, as you can see up there on the screen right now, they've got, looks like Memorial Stadium, and they've got the K and everything. Very cool. Very cool.
Is that what that is?
Yeah, they organized them and put scoreboards up there saying how much the cans are. And everything.
Memorial Stadium I could see, but I looked at the one that was Kauffman Stadium.
Yeah, you can't tell quite as much. They got Kansas Speedway, spelled C-A-N, Kansas. Very clever. Very
really?
clever.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah,
very
clever.
That is pretty clever, actually. What is that up there? I don't know what that is. It looks like an arrow pointing to something.
Who knows?
I don't know what that is. The Kansas Speedway one is coming up soon, which I think that was the coolest one, honestly.
Yeah.
I've never been to the Kansas Speedway. Have you been?
Oh, one time, best time of my life. Best time of my life.
Is that right?
I mean, I was very young, but my dad took me and we were outside for 5 minutes and I couldn't handle the car, so we went back inside. It is extremely harsh on the ears.
Good times, good times. We have, where I'm from Colorado, and we have Bandimere up there, which is where they have the NHRA Nationals, and I've never been.
Yeah.
That's the only major sports venue in Colorado I've never been to. So I can't go to Kansas Speedway before I go there.
Gotcha.
It just wouldn't feel right.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying.
One more significant thing happened outside the Union today, and that was the blood drive. Did you donate blood?
I did not this particular time, but I have before.
You have before?
I have before.
When was that?
That was my senior year of high school.
Okay.
Yeah, they came by and stopped by, so got to help out any way I can.
That's true. That's very true. You never know where that blood's going to end up. So
save a life.
It's a big thing, and it makes a couple students some money. So that's always a good thing. And it seems like a lot of students have done it.
Yeah. I mean, looks like they've got people filtering out in and all day.
Absolutely. I mean, you can't say that's a bad thing.
No, definitely not.
But what's important today, besides donating blood, which is always important, is men's golf won the Badger Invitational, which is huge. It's the first tournament win of the season and only their second real competition of the fall season. And what was big about it was they go down by 1 stroke into the last day, and they come out winning by 8 strokes. And it all had to do with the play of Ben Welly. Finally comes back. He had played so poorly in the tournament after winning their first tournament of the fall season. He comes back, shoots a 3-under, which was a round low for any school, in the pouring rain, wet conditions. And Kansas goes back and they win by a hefty margin. Just a big win for them at the beginning of the season.
Yeah, and another great showing by Chase Hanna, Jr.
Oh, absolutely.
He finished at 5-under, as I think is what it was.
I think 3-under after the final day.
Okay.
That final day was tough.
Yeah.
I mean, shooting only 2 over on the final day is huge.
It's no fun playing in the rain.
Oh, no. And it was heavy rain, too. They almost had to cancel the final day. It was that bad. And
Good
green
thing they
conditions were bad. So good for men's golf. Obviously, women's golf getting there as well. You talk about Mook, is just about as good a player as you can expect.
Yeah.
She's crazy. From great sport to not so great sport. Unfortunately, football, losing to Rutgers.
Yeah.
That was
our time to shine.
That was the game. The game was basically what you would have expected it to be. Unfortunately, it looked like Kansas playing Rutgers out there. It wasn't this great game that Kansas just barely came out on the losing side of it. It really was just ugly all the way around.
There were moments when we shined. We had 2 forced turnovers, I believe, or 2 interceptions and a fumble, but couldn't pull it out. Regardless of the 5 missing starters, couldn't.
Yep. Let's talk volleyball, soccer, volleyball, 14-0, huge. 2-0 in conference play. Anise Havili doing her thing. She's one of the best players in the country. Certainly the best setter in the Big 12.
Yeah. I mean, volleyball is just incredible to watch, especially when our team's 14-0. I mean, it's the first time it's been done. Long time.
First in school history.
First time ever.
Absolutely. Finally, soccer, real quickly. A live stream on YouTube this Friday as they go into conference play at 5-4-1. A couple huge victories to end the season. You're going to be watching the live stream on YouTube?
Of course.
You better. You better. I will know if you do.
Everybody else better watch it.
I won't really. Yeah, everyone watch that. I'll be there providing the commentary, so you get to listen to me talking about soccer while watching soccer on YouTube for just the second time ever.
Who wouldn't want to do that?
Absolutely. When we come back, you've got an interview, I believe.
With April Van Beesler from the Community Blood Center.
You want to stick around for that. You don't want to touch that dial. Good evening, KU. We'll be right back.
Where you go to college makes a statement about you. This place will become a part of you, your identity for life. The University of Kansas, a great place to be you.
Welcome back. I'm here with April Van Beesler of the Community Blood Center, and we're going to be talking about what she's been doing here these last few days at the Union.
Hi.
So, April, do you want to introduce yourself and say what you do here?
Hi, I am an account manager with the Community Blood Center, and we've been out here pretty much since Monday collecting blood from students that want to donate blood either outside of the Union or inside the Union here. So
Great. And how long are you guys sticking around?
we are here all week.
All week?
Yeah, till
Awesome.
Friday. Yep. The Red Cross is on campus, on the other side of campus, and the Community Blood Center is here until we're here at the Union, and then we're going to be at different locations on
Awesome.
Thursday and Friday.
Awesome. Well, have you guys had a good showing so far?
So far, we still need
Yeah.
people to come out and donate. Yeah.
Okay, it's all you people.
Yeah, it's been a little bit less than previous years,
Uh-huh.
so that's why I'm kind of worried. We're here to meet a
Okay.
goal to collect units for the area hospitals here in town, and so we'd like to meet that goal that we promised to the hospitals. So.
Oh, that's great. And so when people donate blood here, does that go to just mainly local hospitals?
Yeah, when
In
you
Lawrence,
donate,
or-
yeah, well, local area hospitals, Kansas City,
Okay.
Topeka, and Lawrence are the hospitals that we serve. The greater Kansas City area is what we
Awesome.
call it. So,
Awesome.
yeah, when you donate blood with the Community Blood Center, it stays within the community.
Uh-huh. And so how long have you been doing this for the Community Blood Center?
About 2.5 years. So this is, 2.5 years of the KU blood drive too. So
Awesome. Awesome.
So, the blood drive, I'll say the locations, I guess, for the rest of the week. We are, Thursday, we're going to be at SAE from
Okay.
2 to 6, and at the rec center outside from 10 to 3:30, Friday from 10 to 3:30, and Friday also at Daisy Hill Commons from 1 to 5.
And will they be able to come to the Union, inside the Union
Yeah,
as well?
the Red Cross will be in the Union as well. I believe their hours are 9 to 3 at the Union on Thursday and Friday.
Awesome.
So,
Well,
yeah.
thanks so much for coming on.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for having me.
And next we'll have the weather, so stick around.
Hi, I'm Taylor Thomas.
And I'm Julia Maher. This is your Good Evening KU News Update. One of the nation's most popular designers has stepped down as CEO of his own company. Ralph Lauren stepped down yesterday from a position he's held since starting the company almost 50 years ago. Lauren is not giving up complete control of the company, and he will stay on as executive chairman.
The only woman on death row in Georgia was executed today. Kelly Gessender was given the death sentence 20 years ago for plotting to kill her husband, who was actually murdered by her boyfriend. There were several delays in her execution following the discussion surrounding the death penalty. The most recent request to end the death penalty was given by Pope Francis during his recent visit to the U.S.
The Uber company may be in for yet another big problem. 2 Uber executives in France face trial over low-cost service. The executives may go to prison over Uber Pop. This is a service that allows any driver to act as a taxi and remained illegal in France.
For the second time this week, the local police are investigating an early morning burglary. Officers are currently looking for 2 black males in connection with an armed robbery this morning in the Pine Hills Mobile Home Park at First in Michigan. According to the LJ World, the suspect who is allegedly carrying a gun was described as being about 6'1" with a mustache. The second suspect was described as about being 5'4" with facial hair. No injuries were reported.
The Ladybird Diner on Mass Street is happy to be open again. Just 6 months after a fire caused major damage, the diner has reopened and the rewards have gone national. Guy Fieri's Food Network show Grocery Games awarded owner Meg Hereford the top prize on Monday night's episode. Hereford won $14,000.
After a quiet week, many of KU's sports teams will be back in action at home this weekend. The soccer team will take on Texas on Friday night at Rock Chalk Park. The cross-country teams will host the Rim Rock Classic Saturday morning, and the undefeated and 15th-ranked volleyball team will host West Virginia on Saturday afternoon. The football team will be on the road at Iowa State this weekend.
That's all we have for news. After the break, we'll have Bella Without Borders.
Where you go to college makes a statement about you. This place will become a part of you, your identity for life. The University of Kansas, a great place to be you.
Welcome back. For those of you who missed last week's segment, I talked to Griffin about the video the Council of American Islamic Relations, also known as CARE, produced. Inspired by their video yesterday, I had the privilege to interview students on campus and questions they have been raised in our media and modern society. Let's take a look.
Ben Carson's an idiot, sorry, not sorry. Saying that we shouldn't have Muslims in our country is absolutely ridiculous. The entire foundation that America was built on was give us your hungry, your poor, we'll give them, we'll have a home for them. We're a country of refugees. We're a country of diversity, and to exclude one group is ridiculous, and it's against what the Founding Fathers and the Constitution were written for.
I think that's ridiculous because we're not really run by religion here. We're freedom of religion, so I don't know why that would go into anything.
Honestly, I feel like it's very ignorant of him to say, and I think that America is all about freedoms, and religious freedom is one of those things. And I think it's necessary to accept people no matter their religion, and so there's nothing wrong with anyone being Muslim, and I don't see a problem with the Muslim person being president.
I find that to be incredibly racist of him and incredibly prejudiced. I honestly feel like Islam is the equivalent to Christianity, and it's the majority over in the Middle East, and it's not the majority here. And I think that there's a big mixture I think there's a big mix-up between confusing Islam and terrorism when really they're very, very different things.
Does she like to wear it?
She's a Muslim woman.
So yeah, there's no controversy.
Have you seen that campaign? Her outfit is on point. She looks stunning. And especially that she was discovered off Instagram. I think that's so cool that they just found someone random and was like, hey, we want you in this. Like, be the face of our company. It's casual, but I think it's a really great thing to have to like continue. They just keep adding diversity onto the face of their brand, and I think it's gonna pay off. I think it's great to see that in mainstream media.
Quite different from CARE's responses, students at the University of Kansas were progressive to the ideals of a model wearing a hijab for an international retail and for having the possibility of having a Muslim run our country. America is still progressing, but fortunately, interest in change is already underway. That will wrap up this segment of Bella Without Borders. We will return with the weather after this break.
Welcome back in. This is Good Evening KU. I'm Griffin Hughes, and joining me to talk some weather is Andrew Collins, who's gotten pretty good at this over the last couple weeks. You've been doing it a lot. So, Andrew, question you've heard a lot: what does the weather look like today?
I'm flattered that you say I'm good at this. It's really comfortable out here. The wind's died down quite a bit. It's 72 degrees at last check. It's supposed to be brisk tonight, though. It's supposed to be 44 degrees, so definitely jacket weather as you go out tonight.
What are we looking at, do you think, for the rest of the week now?
The rest of the week's supposed to be about a little cooler than it is now. Right now it's in the lower 70s, and when you go outside this week, it's going to be in the mid-60s for highs, but the lows, once again, are going to be down into the 40s, so it's going to be jacket weather out there for sure.
Sounds pretty good to me. Sounds like we can do some fun outdoor activities if you're into that, and if you're not, maybe you could get into it. So I have one last question for you, another shameless plug. We got a soccer game on Friday night. I will be there, live stream on YouTube as well as on KUathletics.com. So what's the weather like for Friday night when that game happens at Rock Chalk Park?
Friday night it's supposed to be in the 40s. It's supposed to be fairly cool out. It's going to be at the time that game starts, probably in the lower 50s, upper 40s. It's it's going to be somewhat uncomfortable depending on where you're at, depending on the wind. But it's going to be comfortable during the day during that game.
Sounds pretty good to me. Always good soccer weather. I mean, any weather is good soccer weather, in my opinion, if you like soccer. And if we're talking soccer, I have Manchester City winning today in the Champions League. For any of you who know who they are, big win for the Citizens. And with that, we're done with Good Evening KU. Tweet us anytime at Media Crossroads. Thank you so much for tuning in. Catch us next week, Good Evening KU, same time, same place, tomorrow at 10. Good morning, KU. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you soon.